Have you ever cleaned your home before? I mean, really cleaned your home. I'm talking a complete top to bottom overhaul. Every room, every floor, a full 6-hour Saturday session. Sound familiar? Maybe you did it the weekend before Christmas, or perhaps on a Friday before your dinner guests arrived. Either way, we all find ourselves there at some point. But let me ask you this. How long did it last? I mean, you spent 6 full hours cleaning. Maybe you even sent the kids to your mom's house so that you could have more time to get it done, distraction free. So how long did it last? 2 weeks? 2 months? 2 days? Wait a minute, no, you work so hard, cleaning all day. It's gotta last more than 2 days, right? But that's just the issue. It doesn't. I mean, maybe it'll last you 5 days if you don't have kids or pets, but it will get messy again, and quickly. Our homes, they can't thrive on 1 6-hour cleaning a month. Imagine if we treated our hygiene like that. What if we only showered once a month? You smelled your 17-year-old nephew. It's not working. But seriously, this is how we treat our homes. We wait and we wait until they look like a scene from Jumanji, and then we decide to take care of it. If this is how we live, then we'll always feel like we're being chased by monkeys and lions trying to catch up. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way to keep your home clean without having to give up your weekends. What if you could make cleaning just a part of your routine, where you could be cleaning for minutes instead of hours? That's where having a cleaning routine comes in. A routine that's easy to follow, realistic, and actually works with your schedule. And I created it just for you. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get started with it today. This is the beginner's guide to the awkward mom routine, and this video is going to cover everything in detail so you know exactly where to go from here. All right, are you ready? Let's do it. So this is my routine checklist. Make sure to grab yours. I do have one for you in the description of this video, and you gotta grab it because it's free, and then you can print it and use it and hang it on your fridge, whatever you want. So in this routine, you have your daily, weekly, and monthly tasks. I'm gonna break them all down for you one by one, so let's start with the daily tasks. Wipe the shower. Now, do you shower in the morning? Do you shower at night? Well, whenever you do shower, that will be when you'll wipe it down. My goal for this routine is that you would tie these new habits to something that you already do. This is called habit stacking. So when you rinse the conditioner out of your hair and you're ready to get out, just take a quick minute before you get out to wipe down the shower first. You can use a washcloth or a sponge, but what matters here is that you do it every single day, because then you'll never have to spend a Saturday scrubbing your tub. This will help you keep up on it. I also keep a little bottle of dish soap in my bathtub, and this just makes the job easier. Okay, next task. Empty the dishwasher, and you'll do that every morning. I want you to make it your goal to get this done before you eat breakfast. Or if you're not someone who eats breakfast, then make it your goal to do this before you leave for work in the morning. Do it while your coffee's brewing. Do it when you're packing your kids' lunch. I don't know, just do it. Because if you can get your dishwasher done first thing in the morning, it's going to set you up for success. Why? Because it allows you to complete the next task on the list, which may just be the most important one. Wash your dishes after every meal. So if you have a dishwasher, that means you're loading the dishwasher after every meal. And listen, I don't mean just meals. I mean everything. Okay, snacks, coffee, dessert, wash it. And wash that bowl. Wash the plate. Wash the cup. Don't wait. Because most of us wait till the end of the night to do our dishes. The one time of the night that we finally have to relax, and bam! The Leaning Tower of grease. Don't do that to yourself, okay? You eat, you wash. Got it? Next task? The 10-minute kitchen shutdown. This is done at the end of each night after dinner is cleaned up and the dishes are done. Have you ever worked at a restaurant before, or maybe a fast food joint? Well, if you have, then you know that at the end of every night, everything gets cleaned and reset for the morning. This is essentially what I want you to do. I want you to shut down your kitchen as if you were closing up a restaurant for the night, getting everything nicely, cleaned and prepared for the people who work the morning shift, aka you. So you would set your timer for up to 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be 10 though. It could be 5 or 2, whatever gets you to do it. And then moving as quickly as you can. You would clean the counters, the sink, the stovetop, the dining table, sweep the floors, change the garbage, whatever you could get done during that time frame. What matters most here is that you set a timer, because timers motivate you to move fast, leading to you getting more done in less time. And that leads us to the 5th task, which is the 10-minute tidy. Now again, it doesn't have to be 10 minutes. If you're short on time and you feel like you can't get to this task, well, it would be better for you to shorten it and only do a 2-minute tidy than to not do it at all. So anyway, the 10-minute tidy is basically where you go through the main living areas of your home and, you guessed it, tidy up. Pick things up, put them away, clear the surfaces. That's it. Doesn't get easier than that. And remember to set your timer too, because like I said, it'll increase your speed. I guarantee you that. And the last daily task is optional. Laundry. If you want to stay on top of the piles of laundry, then you need to choose to either do a load of laundry every day or do all of your laundry once a week on one day. There's really no in between. And the subject is pretty controversial, so I think it's just best to give you the choice between the two, and you can choose, as long as you choose one of them. All right, so there's the daily tasks. Pretty painless, right? That's the goal here. Now, for the weekly tasks, I left them blank because you're gonna fill them in yourself. So when you download your printables, you'll find this handy little printout that shows all of the weekly tasks for you to add in, and you don't have to add them in if you don't want to. For example, laundry day. If you choose to do your laundry daily, then just ignore this one. Add in whatever you're comfortable with adding. This is your routine. You get to choose, okay? I'm just here to help. So the first weekly task is called Map It Out. This is a day where you can plan out your meals, your grocery list, go through your fridge, throw out expired food, take inventory of what you have. I mean, it's all about getting ready for your grocery shopping day. Now, I know meal planning can be kind of overwhelming if you're not used to it. So I will include a link in the description to a video that I made on meal planning, and that should help you to get started. But in the meantime, I would just encourage you to start small and maybe just plan out one meal this week. I would never expect you to go from not meal planning at all to planning 7 days of meals. That would be insane. I want you to be successful. So just try it out by planning only one meal and see how that goes for you. And maybe over time, you can work up to planning more meals. All right, next on the list is grocery day. It's really important that you have a set day for grocery shopping. This is going to make your weeks go a lot smoother and stop you from having to stop at the store multiple times throughout the week for random items. If you could just have one set grocery day where you plan out your groceries ahead of time and pick them up on the same day every week, it's going to save you time, reduce stress, and avoid impulse buying. Have you ever stopped at the Aldi Fun section? Yeah. That's dangerous. Imagine stopping there 3 times a week. That's how you end up with 20 mini garden gnomes. Why did you do that? Excuse me. The last thing I wanted to mention before we move on to the next weekly task is to make sure that you schedule your Map It Out day at least 1 to 3 days before your grocery day. Because you don't want to be grocery shopping today and then meal planning tomorrow. That wouldn't make any sense. So plan first and then shop 1 to 3 days later. It's the best way. Our next weekly task is the Tidy Tango. Now, I know I told you that you could add whatever you want to your weekly list. Well, when it comes to the Tidy Tango, you don't have a choice. This is the glue to the awkward mom cleaning routine, okay? And this routine will not succeed without it. So if you do nothing else, at the very least, do the Tidy Tango. It'll make the biggest difference in your home. I guarantee it. So what is the Tidy Tango? Well, I do have videos that can guide you through it, which I will also link below, so keep your eyes out for that when you're done watching this video. But the Tidy Tango is where you complete 5 tasks in 50 minutes using a timer. These tasks include tidying up, dusting, cleaning the bathrooms, vacuuming, and mopping. So during your Tango, you would set a timer and devote only 10 minutes to each of these tasks, speed cleaning in your main living areas. You know, the living room, dining room, kitchen, that area. And you can set your own timer, or you can do it with me, which is probably just easier, to follow mine because I talk you through the whole thing and I will make it super simple. But either way, it's important, so make it a priority to complete every week. The Tidy Tango is also when the bathrooms get cleaned, so that's another reason you really can't miss it. You gotta do it. All right, the next task on the list is a Revive 25. A Revive 25 is all about the deep cleaning tasks of the home. All those terrible, horrible, no good, very bad jobs. You know the ones. The oven, the baseboards, tile grout, your 17-year-old nephew's sweater. All right, I promise I won't make the joke again. So the Revive 25 is a 25-minute cleaning that gives us a chance to take care of those deep cleaning tasks, which otherwise would be ignored, probably for a year. So if you grabbed your free printables below, then you'll see this sheet, which covers 6 different areas of the home. On whatever day you choose for your Revive 25, you'll focus on only one area for each week. So if you're just starting and you've chosen Friday, then on Friday you'd begin with area 1, the kitchen, and you'd just get as much done as you can. And then the next week, the following Friday, you'd move on to area 2. Even if you didn't get through everything in the kitchen, I don't want you cleaning the kitchen for 6 weeks. I want you to continually go down this list, cleaning a different area every week. And then you can clean the kitchen again in another 6 weeks when you've cycled through all these areas. I don't expect you to get through this whole list in a week either, okay? Don't think of this sheet as a 7-day cleaning challenge. Think of it as a guide for 6 months to a year of progress, something to chip away at over time so that these tasks aren't left to pile up. You're setting yourself up to get these deep cleaning tasks done over time without feeling overwhelmed. It's about the long game. So if you want to learn more about the Revive 25, I have a whole video on it, which I will also link below. Yes, there will be a lot of links below, so keep your eyes out for all of them. I should just make a playlist. But let's go ahead and move on to the next weekly task, which is whipping cherry. Have you ever been to an ice cream shop? If you haven't, I'm gonna need you to click up this video. I can't even talk to you anymore. But if you've ever been to an ice cream shop, then you know how every sundae is finished. They scoop the ice cream, they add the toppings, and then, at the very end, they whip and cherry it before they hand it off to you. What things in your life need to be whipped and cherried? Maybe you started decluttering a room a few months ago, but didn't finish it, and now it's just a big colossal mess that you can't even walk through. Whip and cherry it. Maybe you have an empty photo frame that you bought forever ago and you want to hang it, but it's just been sitting in the hallway for months on end. Whip and cherry it. Get it done. This day is for any task that you have scooped but haven't quite finished. What can you whip and cherry today? Add it to the list. All right, the next day is laundry day. For those of you who don't want to do your laundry every day, then you got to do it weekly. If you want to be in control of the piles, then this is your alternative, okay? So pick a day that you know you'll be home all day and commit that day to be your official day for laundry. You'll want to plan to start it early in the morning, like maybe 7 a.m. if you're up that early. And then every time you need to switch the laundry, set an alarm on your phone to remind you to switch it again, because otherwise you're gonna forget. And then you'll just devote your entire day to washing, drying, and folding laundry. You could even plan a movie marathon or a Blippi marathon if you have kids. Yay! And lastly, a day of rest. Rest is important. I know we like to ignore it. We just try to go, go, go all the time, trying to get everything done. But you know what I've come to realize about rest? Neglecting to take time to rest can actually make you less productive. I've learned from experience that taking a day of rest helps you accomplish more during the other days of the week. And don't just take my word on it. There are countless articles out there that say the same thing. So schedule a rest day and take it every week. You'll be amazed at what it does for the other days of the week. So that completes my list of weekly tasks. Feel free to fill it in whatever way works best for you. And if you choose to do daily laundry, don't worry about having a blank day. It's a good thing. I mean, don't you know that feeling when you flip to a new calendar month during a slower time of the year and you get excited about how empty it is? It's a relief to have some blank space sometimes, so enjoy it. All right, we have one more section to cover. We're almost done. We're moving on to the monthly tasks. There's only 3 of them, and these are all to be completed during the first week of each month. So when you switch calendar months, just know that these 3 tasks are due to be done. The first task is the Tidy Tango Bedroom Boogie Edition. So this is just like the Tidy Tango that we discussed earlier, except instead of doing it in the main living areas like you usually do, once a month, you're going to tango in the bedrooms or the upstairs of your home if you have a 2-story home. You're still going to complete these 5 tasks, including the bathrooms, but as far as the tidy, dust, sweep, and vacuum, those will all be done in the bedrooms. This way, our bedrooms don't get completely ignored, which can be easy to do since it's typically a space in our home that guests don't see. And we sure do love to neglect cleaning the places where people can't see our mess, don't we? I know I do. Okay, next monthly task, the 99 knockout. During the first week of every month, you are going to knock out 99 items from your home. This includes garbage, old receipts, boxes you haven't broken down, literally anything, as long as it leaves your house. This is going to help us to keep on top of the clutter. Think about all the things we bring into our home each day. Junk mail, papers from our kids' school, random stuff we pick up from wherever. It all piles up so quickly. And not to mention all the stuff that's already filling up our junk drawers and cabinets. So, 99 items a month. That's it. It may seem like a lot, but it's really not in the grand scheme of things. All right, and the last monthly task is to rotate your toys. So if you still have young kids, then there's probably a lot of toys around. And toys make our homes messy because there's just too many. That's why I want you to rotate them. Put half of them in the basement or a closet, just a place where your kids can't find them. And then every month you can rotate them out. I like to use this 6-cube unit where I have one in the basement and one upstairs, and then every month I can just rotate the totes. I've managed to declutter a lot of my kids' toys already, so it's okay if you want to have a larger toy storage. I know this already is pretty limited. They also have a lot of toys in their bedrooms, but we really want our living room to be a living room, not Toyland. And I'm guessing you probably want that too, so this should help. Now, if you're not a mom or you have older kids, you obviously don't have to worry about this task. And I know from previous videos that you're going to ask me, well, what can I do instead? But I don't think you should do anything instead. Because the simpler you can make a cleaning routine, the more likely you will keep up with it. And so if you don't need to do this task, then that's wonderful. You have one less thing to worry about. It can be a lot already to try to start a new routine. Be happy that you don't have to do an extra task. So that is the complete Awkward Mom routine. Don't forget to grab your free printables below in the description. And if you want to learn more about this cleaning routine, then check out this playlist that shows every video I've made on it so far. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you don't want to miss any future videos about the routine, and I'll see you in a minute.